Okay.
Yeah. So I'll do a small introduction and then I'll say good morning and then we go from there. Yeah, you can do your longer introduction.
Sounds good.
So you are the founder of AskHR Consultancy and the director at StratVest, right? If I'm
correct. Yes.
Right.
So basically, StratVest is the mother company and AskHR sits under StratVest.
Okay. All right. StratVest. Strategy Vest. Yes. Okay.
Got it. Yeah, it's basically strategy based. Yeah, exactly. That was my husband's idea.
No, it's great. Okay, I'm setting things up on Facebook and in about 2 minutes, I'm going to press the live button and we go. Did you get a chance to share it? Because I shared it this morning on my personal.
I did share it on my LinkedIn because I don't have Instagram, but I shared it on Facebook as well. But I don't have that many followers. I don't use Facebook that much, so.
You're the LinkedIn person, so for sure I can get it.
I am, yes. It's better
Awesome.
for the business.
Of course. A lot of changes happening now, so it's a good time for you to move as well.
Oh, right? Yes.
We would have loved to have you at the Careers Day. It was such a fabulous event.
I know. I was really missing it, but maybe we can do another one.
Oh yeah, we will. We're going to do quite a few related to the Careers membership now that we've officially launched.
Perfect.
It. Yeah, we're going
perfect.
And there's going to be a lot of synergies across the other 3 C's as well. There's going to be another C that will be launched next year.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to press the live button in the next 30 seconds. And hi, Alana. I'm going to make you co-host. Just let people enter whenever they need to, if they are waiting.
I've shared also the creatives in the WhatsApp.
Yeah. I've got the creators, don't worry. I downloaded them earlier to post it. Thanks again for sending it. Yeah. Yep. Just give me 1 second. Yep. Almost. Right, this is being live. So Lina, you want to switch off your camera? I'm going to put the post up. I'll tell you hi, Lina, and then you can switch it off. All right, good morning, everyone. Today is another day where we're going live with our member stories at It's Her Way. We've been running this community and the platform for about 6 years now, and we have so many stories to tell. One of which today is about Lina Hariri, whom I personally met in over a WhatsApp group morning coffee meetup, and we really bonded over just during those 2 hours, and we connected and we made sure we met again and again. And then Lina moved to Europe for a few months, and yeah, we've still been in touch. We've still been very, very involved in each other's businesses, figuratively in businesses only. But yeah, it's a great thing that we get to connect with entrepreneurs and understand their stories from the beginning of our relationship to where it's been now. So one of those stories are Lina Hariri's. I'd like her to do her introduction right now. So currently she is the founder of AskHR Consultancy and also the director of Stratovest Group. Hi, Lina. Good morning.
Good morning, Amin.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you this morning?
Great. I was just remembering the time that we met actually at that Palm Jumeirah coffee shop. You remember, right?
Yes. I remember. Yes, gosh, that was that was a long time. That was a while ago, but it was a good meeting. We, as you said, we connected directly, and immediately I had a liking to what you were doing, what you were representing. So yes, so definitely. Yes.
So do you want to do a quick intro, Alina, of what you've been up to?
Of course, yes. So as Armin mentioned, I am the director of Stratovest Group, and AskHR Consultancy Services sits under that. So what I do, I'm an HR consultant, and my company looks after the HR needs of companies. So what I mean by that is we recruit people for clients, and we onboard, we run payrolls, we do a lot of labor law setups and webinars as well. Especially, since the new regulation came out in 2021, there's a lot of unknowns still. So there's a lot going on there. And I also set up companies' HR departments if they don't have any HR. So that means, company contracts, employment contracts, offer letters, handbooks, anything policy-wise, anything HR related. So this is AskHR. Stratovest in itself, my husband runs that. That's financial strategy or business strategies, frameworks, setting up frameworks, how a company should set themselves up. So we run that jointly. So there's a lot of overlap between the two. So we run both companies together.
Awesome. So my first question to you would be for everybody, and this is about your story, your journey. What was it that inspired you to start a business of your own and move out of corporate life?
Oh gosh, that was an interesting one. Yes, I'd been in the corporate life all my life, basically over 20 years. I started at IBM. I worked for Zurich Insurance, always big global companies, but never in HR really, to be honest. I came into HR at IBM. I learned all about different policies and procedures in the different countries in Europe and the Middle East as well. What inspired me? Well, first of all, I grew up in Dubai. Dubai is my home. I came to Dubai in 1983. We left in 1997, but came back in 2018 to Dubai with a role setting up a huge HR department within a global company. Unfortunately, 6 months later, the company closed down, and I was like, what do I do next? And I didn't really know what to do. And Dubai, is not an easy market, especially if in the HR world. So my husband said, well, why don't you do something for yourself? And this is sort of, thinking about it. What could I do? What do I see in the market happening? How could I contribute? And this is how AskHR was born. And it's basically friends kept asking me, can you give me some advice on this, and can you give me some advice on that. So I started reaching out to friends, how I could help them. And a friend of mine was kind enough to outsource their HR to me. And this is how it all started, with a little business of 15 people asking me to run their HR department as a consultant, because they didn't really have enough money to hire somebody new. And from that, it just snowballed. More and more people came, asked questions, wanted projects done. And that first year in 2019 was an amazing year for me, because I could see the gap in the market. And I came together with lots of like-minded people, and we looked at, what could be done in the market. But yeah, I mean, 2019 was an absolutely exceptional year where I had so much to do. It was amazing. And I never, I started this business with just sticky notes on the wall, getting my ideas on little sticky notes, these yellow sticky notes, writing down what it is HR, how can I contribute, what companies would need from me. And it just developed from that. And I still have pictures from that wall, because it's just so amazing how from a wall of sticky notes to this, what I've built. So I'm really proud of what my husband and I have done in the last couple of years. So yeah, this is sort of the journey into AskHR, and this is where we are at the moment, still going strong. But yeah, this is how it all started.
It's amazing how stories begin, right? It is from
Yes.
sticky notes to evolution to pivots to moving countries to everything in one lifetime, and in one lifetime of a business as well. It's great. It's really amazing. And it's good if you have a great support network. Even if you don't, as a business owner, it is one of the most important things, I believe,
It is.
to try and get to make that network and emerge into a person who actually actively networks.
Absolutely.
Some of our members come to us and just talk about the fact that they say, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get around meeting people. I've joined It's Her Way, but I don't know how to make the most out of it. And tell them is, first and foremost, meet as many people as you can when you're at the events, when you're speaking.
Correct.
And most of our events, Lina, are more structured, and it's easier for people to interact because they come into the topic, or they come for the event for that structure. So,
and it's important.
Yeah, it is important, isn't it? And as a woman, we do face culturally, socially, there are a lot of struggles that we face. Firstly, internal struggles, and sometimes external as well. Externally, I think the environment is becoming much better than what it was a decade or so ago. Overall.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. The UAE has changed. I mean, I saw it from the 80s through to the 90s to 2000s. And, the UAE has developed and evolved itself. And, everybody keeps asking me about, why are you going back to Dubai? It's so women hating country and blah, blah. And I said, no, this is what you read in the in the tabloids, and you're talking about what it used to be like in Saudi or whatever. But Dubai was never a women-hating country. I never experienced it that way. And as a child, or even as a woman, I feel so safe. I feel respected. I've never had any sort of like negative, and maybe I was lucky, but I've never had any negativity towards what I was doing or me as a person. But I was always trying to be very respectful, because this is not my country, Dubai. So, but if you respect and you work with the people and not against them, then it shouldn't be a problem.
It's amazing how people from Dubai consider Dubai as a country, even, right? We forget about the fact that it's UAE.
I know it's the UAE. I know it is. And I always say, oh yeah, it's Dubai. No, actually, it's the UAE. And exactly. It is the UAE, of course. Yes,
it happens so much. Even to me, sometimes I say Dubai, and then I say no, Dubai and country UAE. We have to kind of reiterate that fact. But it's so.
Yes,
it is one of the best places to be if you want to be in a multicultural place, for sure. However, a lot of people have faced a few struggles in their business journeys initially. I want you to probably talk about that one struggle, which was the hardest or the most, significant in your business journey. What was it?
I mean, as I said, I mean, the first year was all sort of like, it was really easy, to be honest. I mean, yeah, setting up a bank account and getting to grips with all the financial side of things and, invoicing and things like that. I mean, yes, you have because I'm on my own, I don't have any support. I don't have admin support. I do everything myself. Okay, the financial side, my husband takes care of the invoices, but I still have, I do the chasing, I have that initial conversation with the customer, agreeing the price or the cost of the, and, it is very difficult for an entrepreneur as well, being pushed down a lot. Everybody wants everything on the cheap, but cheap is not necessarily the best that you want for your business. And that was a huge challenge for me to find the right balance between, what's cheap, what's not cheap. How could I get into a rhythm of, and also find a balance where I could earn enough and to survive, because I was looking after two households, my German base, but also my business in Dubai. So it was an added pressure on me to find ways of surviving. So it's, I networked a lot. I came to Dubai every 3 months to meet people day in, day out. It wasn't a holiday coming back to Dubai every time. So that was a challenge for me, because yes, the first years I was in Dubai, but then of course the last 3 years I've been in Germany. So that has been a huge challenge for me. And we've taken the decision to come back to Dubai because it's the best for the business. Because, people ask me, are you around? Can you come? And I'm not. So I'm losing a lot of business that way. So, but at the beginning, it was, the financial structure, then, how to set up a business. I had huge support from people who, helped me with my license. And I was very, very lucky because I networked a huge amount at the beginning, even when I was still working for my company, for another company. You need that support that they can tell you, oh, come, let me help you with this and let me help you with that. Oh yeah, I know how to do this. Or even just talking it through, networking, meeting like-minded ladies, women in the business world. That was the most important, I think, for me. Otherwise I would have really, really struggled to set myself up as an entrepreneur. And it's I call myself an entrepreneur, but what it sounds so wow, I've done this, this is my little company, and I've struggled to where it is now, but now I see it as a joy. I love running it. I love working with people, and that's what HR is.
Amazing. I've always reached out to you personally as well as on a professional front. Whenever there is anything related to company setup, when it comes to manpower, when it comes to careers, when it comes to even our event that went by in May and you weren't around, and the first person I messaged and I said that we're doing this was you. And
yes,
amazing how one networking event has evolved into such a relationship between ourselves.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
What do you have to say about It's Her Way and your experience with that, the platform?
So I've been with you guys for so long now, and I think since 2019, 2020, I think it's been a long while. And yes, I mean, now that I'm going back to Dubai, I'm going to spend a lot more time on It's Her Way and really learning about what you guys are doing. And I know what you're doing anyway, and I find it absolutely fantastic. And you and your ladies in the background have been of so much help to me personally, and in setting up certain events, speaking at events, you being you, so supporting me with questions, and if I have anything, you help me with my with lots of things. So and I'm looking forward to coming back to Dubai and really being part of it and helping the ladies with whatever struggles they may have with company formations or strategies or anything that I can do to help how you've helped me. I want to give back and make yourself the networking place to be, and being very strong, and I certainly believe in that. So I'm looking forward to working.
Do you remember there was this one time in the 2021 phase where you wanted to start clinics, and then you were like, let me figure out a way where I come into Dubai, or when I come into Dubai regularly, and then we'll do these HR clinics. And I was really excited about that. Hopefully when you're back and you're settled, we'll start doing that. Right, Lina?
Absolutely, I want to do that. I absolutely want to do that. Unfortunately, when I was traveling back and forth, it was really difficult to get everything because I was only there for like 2 to 3 weeks. And then, of course, people wanted to meet, a client wanted to meet. So it was very difficult. But yes, I have so many ideas that I want to bring across to everyone. And the HR clinics will be my first point of call, basically, setting them up regularly once a month, where everybody can just come and ask questions and, how do I set up a CV? How can I do more on LinkedIn? Because I do that as well. Career advice, if you're struggling with where you're going with your life, how do you want to establish yourself? This is my first thing that I want to do, is give back from, all my experience that I've had in my career. So yes, absolutely. That's the first thing that we're going to do.
Amazing. And I'm going to call you, for this specifically the minute you land, and we'll plan it out, because I'm really excited.
Absolutely.
The other thing I want you to just talk about is the clients or the referrals or the leads that you've received from It's Her Way. I believe you've done a chunk of work around CVs, rewriting, and consultation on that. Do you want to just talk about that experience?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've had a few referrals from you through It's Her Way. So what I do on It's Her Way at the moment, and I need to, make it a lot stronger, is I rewrite CVs, and I also compose LinkedIn about sections and how to post, when to post, about the algorithm of LinkedIn, how it works and things like that. So yes, I've had quite a few referrals that way, and even I get referrals from those people from other people outside of the network, which is great. So that developed into quite a nice little side business for me as well. So this is how I started, just doing it for free. But then I saw, there's a bit of a niche here. And, I set myself up on It's Her Way, and then, things kept coming, and, more and more people asked about CV rewrites. What does that entail? And why do people need a CV rewrite? So, it's that whole, why do I need a CV? Why do I need LinkedIn? And, having that discussion with a person. So yeah, that's how It's Her Way helped me a lot.
Yeah, and those people whom you've rewritten CVs for personally have thanked me quite a bit. One of them was to their entrepreneurship stint, and they're really happy about where it's taken them, where the change has happened. And one of the things that I want to highlight is your structure or your consultation that you do with them is very helpful, because it always brings me back to this proverb that even we try to follow in our ethos and in our operation. You give a man fish, or you give someone fish, they eat for a day, right? But you teach them how to fish, they eat for a lifetime. And that's And that is something that you have embedded into your service as well when it's actually rewriting, but you also give tips that can be updated when their profile changes or when there is an addition to whatever they've been doing in their credentials. It's really nice. It's not like they'll need to come to you at every single step of a change in their career and the transition. So it's a one-time expense or a one-time investment rather, but it goes a long way from what you help them with, the process.
Absolutely. And this is what I believe in. You can't just write a CV without knowing the person, knowing their background, where they want to go, the person itself. I spent a lot of time speaking to the people when I do a CV and a LinkedIn profile, because for me, it's important to understand the person, where they're coming from, their personal life, their corporate life. Do they want to go, what career, projection do they want to follow? So for me, it's very important to have those conversations, and I have many conversations, not just one or two. Sometimes it takes about 3 months to really get to where that person wants to go, because I don't just write the CV. I do career advice, looking at their skills. Where would they be better suited for? What skills that they should maybe embrace more? How do they upskill? So for me, it's not just writing, give me a CV, I write it for you. That's not how it works. That's impersonal. And the same is with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is different to a CV. So, and people don't know how to use LinkedIn properly, and just posting willy-nilly whenever they feel like it. And maybe too personal is not good either, because LinkedIn is a business tool, not a Facebook or an Instagram. Right. So, I teach them all those things. And why not? I mean, this is what I want to offer, because this is what I've learned in my career has helped me. And, I've been let go many times in the UK, and I always had a support behind me, but there is no support in Dubai. So I want to give that back, and help them get to that career level or find another job. Of course, I can't promise I can find them a job, but at least I can put them on their way with the tools and the knowledge of how to get a new job.
That's interesting. When you said there is a little bit of a lack in Dubai when it comes to the support ecosystem for HR. Yeah. What do you think? And this is a question which is kind of a segue, but I've been facing this a lot after the Careers Day event, when the attendees are coming back to us and talking about what should be their LinkedIn job application strategy, because apparently there isn't a filtration in that, and a lot of repetition, duplication, and false job postings are happening. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot, and now with AI, there's a lot going on LinkedIn, of course, and it's being used the wrong way, and it's being, people are being exploited quite a lot. So, I always say, look at first of all where you want to go in your career, and which companies do you want to work for? What kind of companies do you want to work for? And then, look at the company on LinkedIn and find the job descriptions, find the job adverts, and then find the hiring managers or the talent acquisition people. Right. This is what I say. Don't just apply to the job. Yes, of course, that's important, but a lot of the times there are people behind that. Do your research. It's research, not just applying willy-nilly to the jobs. You have to do your research on the company, on the people that are advertising, and really get to know the companies and the people that are advertising these jobs, and use the email, and contact these people. And also, don't apply to all of the jobs that are out there. Of course, then recruiters or people will see, or companies will see that, oh my God, that person is applying to this and that person is applying to that. I mean, I'm not sure where this person will fit. So do your research. That is the most important thing on LinkedIn, to make sure that you do not find irrelevant job posts or AI created ones. Or, is it because sometimes when you go onto the links or when you apply, it takes you to the external website. That's a good thing, because then it goes to the company's website. That's fine, but still do your research and find out who are the people that are recruiting. And if there's no name, just write to the talent acquisition person from that company and said, I saw this job ad, I would like to apply, blah, blah, here's my CV, these are my skills. Don't overdo it, of course, but, research. That is the main key on LinkedIn.
Brilliant. No, that's amazing. What next for AskHR in Dubai? What next? 3 things that you're going to prioritize here. Yes, we're talking about the clinics for sure. The services you offered, some of them are great. What next?
What next? Oh my God, I've got so many different ideas, not just AskHR. For AskHR, definitely the clinics, yes, going out and finding more clients, of course, but more corporate clients where I can really come in and do strategy work, HR strategy work, because that's lacking at the moment. And I really need to go and focus on that, because I can see that strategies of companies are just so bad, and not just their business strategy, but also their recruitment strategy. So if I can come and educate them on how to find the right people and how to keep the right people, how to interview people properly, to understand that they are the right fit, because it's all about cultural fit and not promising something that you are not going to keep, and then people just leave after a few days or a month, because it is very expensive for companies. Doing more in-person career strategy webinars, meetings, setting up meetings, clinics, more clinics, but also on a more personal side, trying to finish writing my cookbook, but also giving people more insight into my lifestyle, how I cured myself was just changing my diet and all sorts of things. So I have a lot in my head that I can't really do here in Germany, because there's too many restrictions. But Dubai is the happening place where I can really expand my horizon, not just in business, but in, for personally, for myself as well. So yes, I'm really looking forward to doing that when I'm back.
Yay! All right. So 3 words. This is the last piece of the question. 3 words that describe your journey so far, the past 5 years.
Oh, the past 5 years. Challenging, exhausting, but very rewarding.
Wow. Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So this has been a great 30 minutes. It's been amazing chatting with you. Really looking forward to having you back and having you in person, starting a lot of initiatives with you and going the long way with you.
Yes, absolutely. I want to support you as much as anywhere you want me. I am ready to support you in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into networking, meeting all your lovely ladies again, who I haven't met yet, and really getting out there and showing what I can do, and being a trusted consultant individual that you all want to come to and ask for advice.
Amazing. Any last words for It's Her Way and for people who've who are not members yet, or anything you want to say to the tribe as well?
Oh, to be honest, ladies, this is such an important platform. I think go on there, have your business on in It's Her Way. Go to all the networking events, meet the lovely Armin, meet all the people behind Armin. It is worth getting to know these lovely ladies. And, if you need help, they're always there for you 24/7. Oh, well, not 24/7, but, they're always there for you. So yeah, it's well worth the membership, to be honest. If you need support, that's the way to do it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lina. Thank you. And
thank you, Armin. Yes, you will see me soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.